Hello, everybody. Ooh, I've got a bit of a case of bad hair here. Yeah, I just took a lovely cleansing salt bath. It's absolutely so important to clear yourself, especially after a busy day. So that's what I was doing, and I wanted to make sure that I was prepared and cleared for my session. And that's one of the ways in which I clear. And so I want to welcome all of you for being here. Hi, Claudel. Hi, Renata. I also want to just let you all know that today is Rita's birthday. She's one of our Source Node members. If any of you are interested in being part of the Source Node group and getting notifications and so on, just DM me and I will send you those details, send you that link. So Rita is going to have an opportunity. That's if she's here. She's going to have an opportunity to have her questions answered first tonight. So Rita, if you're there, please let me know. And yeah, hi Tracy, hi Wasima, hi everybody. Anthony's going to join me soon. So for those of you that are joining me for the first time, sorry, I'm like just going already. And let me put my mic on, maybe hear me properly. There we go. There we go. That's probably a lot better. How does that sound? Okay. So my husband Anthony joins me every Monday night. The reason being so that he can read all the questions for me. He stays off to one side because he doesn't like being on screen. There we go. Yeah, here he is. Oh, thank you for bringing some incense. Okay, so it's been quite a day for us. Just waiting for the chair.
Hello, everyone.
Come say hello.
Hello.
This is Anthony, my hubby. Like I said, he'll be reading the questions for me and reading everybody's what everybody needs. You know, when you get your question, there's an opportunity given for clarifying questions. So it's not just like one question. It's one question and whatever, if there's anything you need to clarify around that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am a psychic channel. I still don't see Rita. Hi, Layla. Thank you so much for joining us again. Okay, so just also waiting to see if Rita is going to join us. Rita, sorry, also known as Psychic Rita. Going to see if she's going to join for her birthday message. If not, if she comes on, I'll serve her. Otherwise, we'll just start with the first three with the first three with the three pink hearts in the chat box. So far, it's Claudel and Renata. Wasima says greetings of love and light. Michelle, Anthony, and all. Thank you so much. I feel the love and light. I have such magical people in my group. Honestly, I absolutely love it. Tracy says, hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tracy. Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. It's so nice to have you here. It was nice to see you at the market on Saturday. She also says, hello, Michelle. Hello to everybody. And everyone's saying hello to Anthony. And Layla saying hi to everyone. That's quite nice. I just love the community feeling here. And yeah, so I'm a psychic channel. I am going to be simplifying my offer soon. So if you're used to me doing things a certain way, I have quite a lot of offerings, and I'm going to be simplifying that. I will still have my psychic channeled readings as one offering, but I'm going to combine all the other things into one sort of advanced offering, if that makes sense. Very intense sessions in which everything is combined, depending on the needs of the person. So that's going to be happening soon. And as I was saying, I was taking a lovely salt bath before starting today. That's why I've got wet hair. I'm just not one of those people that like do hair dryers and stuff. So here I am. And it's one of the things I do to clear my energy. It detoxes on a physical level, but it also clears the energy. And just spending some time listening to some clearing music as well, clearing negative energy music. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because it's exactly for this reason. So learning about our own personal energy, how to manage it, and how that is connected in discovering and advancing our gifts and our intuition. So, and speaking to so many of the people that I serve, I realize there's some things that everybody kind of just needs to gather, and I'm going to share that on Facebook. I've created a Facebook group called Quantum Magic, and it's a 3-day free workshop that I'm going to be offering. That link is down below in the description. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please go ahead and click it. It should be live this time. Sandra, you can check for me. It should be a good link this time. So yes, if you're interested in that, please come and join us, and we're going to go through how to get in touch with your intuition and gifts and all the foundational stuff that goes with that. Okay. And yes, is there anything else I forgot, Ant?
Just remind them what they need to do after the 3 pink hearts.
Oh, after the 3 pink hearts, after you've typed your 3 pink hearts, please, will you type for me who you would like me to channel? First of all, if you don't have a preference, just say so. Or perhaps your higher self would be good, or otherwise, an ascended master. Maybe there's someone specific, but just please let me know who you'd like me to channel. And then also, I just want to put on my pentagram here quickly for the energy and for protection. There we go. And then also please put your question in the chat box so that we can go ahead and I can serve you and start channeling tonight. Okay, awesome. Betty's Bay. Claudel says, I would have loved to come to the market, but we are in Betty's Bay. That sounds so lovely. It must be so peaceful there. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, enjoy. The market's only once a month. It's the only market that I still do. But I enjoy it because it's right in my neighborhood, in my community here. And I get to see all my friends and all my wonderful clients and people that I've met. So it's a very special time for me. Okay. All right. Who has a question? Does anybody have a question and someone that'd like me to channel? While we're waiting for people to type their questions and who they would like me to channel, Layla has a question as well. Thank you. So we'll start with Layla.
Claudel's there.
Oh, is Claudel also there? Sorry. Does she have a question?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. I'll just let Anthony handle that because he's the one that usually handles it. So yes, if you come across this video and you would like to support this free work that I do, I don't get anything out of this really, except the joy of doing it and the love for what I do, which is my purpose. But if you'd like to make a contribution, there is a PayPal link below, and you can make any contribution you like. Thank you very much if that is something that's on your heart to do. And there's also a link to my website. At the moment, all the offerings are still there. But as I said, I'm going to be simplifying that very, very soon.
Okay, before you start, Claudel, I'm not sure I understand what the question is. Am I here frequency? I'm not sure what that means.
From my higher self, what is next? I have to channel my guide. Dakota. I'm also not sure. Or maybe you want to know what your higher frequency is? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, hearing. She wants to know if she's hearing frequency. Got it. Sorry. You're a bit slow. All right. Okay. Channeling your higher self, right? Oh, guide Nakota, sorry. Nakota. All right. Sorry, yeah, so I also really needed that bath tonight because my daughter's homesick. And for those of you that have little children, I'm sure you know what that can be like. She's 8 years old. And yeah, it's quite challenging to get work done and look after a sick child. But she's very good. It doesn't matter how good your child is, it's still stressful. So anyway, okay. Nakota. I would just like to welcome all the higher selves here. Thank you to every single light that is here. Thank you so much. And I'm going to extend a circle of protection around everybody, even if you're watching this video in the future, if you're watching the replay, I'm extending that protection to all of you, the angels and beings of love and light. Mostly there's 6 angels that are really holding space for us here. And they will just be making sure that everybody's needs are met, everybody's protected, and everybody's minds and hearts are ready. I would also like to ask all of you to have open hearts and open minds. And perhaps if you feel like it, just also taking a deep breath in and just getting to a more neutral state, a peaceful state, if possible. Okay. Thank you so much for all the higher selves, and thank you so much for all the guides that are present as well. Beautiful guides of love and light. There's no space or room here for any darker energies. We only call in the light, only the highest frequencies, purest energies, with the purest intentions for the highest good of all. Thank you so much to all of you that are here. Thank you. Okay, Nakota. Nakota feels a little bit, I don't know if it's because of the name, but it feels a little bit tribal, maybe American Indian. Is that correct? Let me know, Claudel. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like or I'm feeling that sort of energy, very natural. And so I could be wrong about the culture.
Yes.
Okay. Just feel a lot of natural energy, a lot of earth magic, if you want to call it that. All right.
You sure he's American?
Okay, good. Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, Nicole. Hello, all you beautiful earth people. I'm glad to serve and happy to answer.
Hello, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Claudel has a question for you. She wants to know, am I hearing frequencies?
Yes, definitely. The question you need to ask is, why are you hearing frequencies? What is the purpose? And I think you already have an inclination. And this is just, all the different frequencies have different reasons for playing out in your head. Some frequencies are to be expressed, whether with singing bowls, music, singing, whatever comes natural to you, whatever feels right to you. Singing is good though. You have a good voice. It's not about whether you sing like Mariah Carey. You know, you do not have to have a professional singing voice to be able to express those frequencies. Sometimes you're meant to use those frequencies to heal, and sometimes it's to calibrate yourself. And sometimes there's messages in those frequencies. So just trust it, open your mouth and let it come out. And of course, there are other ways to express those frequencies. Do you have any more questions, Lodell?
She has another question. She would like to know, are my guides trying to tell me something?
Your guides are always trying to tell you something. And because you are so keen to grow and move forward, because you're so keen to align with your purpose and serve, yes, there are always messages to hear. There are always things coming through. At the moment, this message okay, sorry, I'm just seeing things. I think I'm seeing frequencies, Claudel. It's Michelle here. So I'm just seeing like waves, lots of waves. And I'm seeing waves going into flow state and then forming particles. And this is something that happens in, Anthony, is it quantum physics?
Yeah.
So with energy and frequencies, we can create, we can manifest into physical form. Those of you that do energy work would have experienced this with healing and things like that, or if you've experienced a healing session. But there are other ways to manifest as well. There's other things to manifest, not only healing, but other things. So this is what they're showing me right now, Claudel. Let me just see if Dakota has any more information. I'm going to let her come through. So I was just wanting to explain the waves that I was seeing and then going into the flow state. Flow state, with other words, is becoming more dense. It's not just energy anymore. That's what that means. And flow state is kind of like water, and then it becomes like thicker, and then it becomes like more dense into form. So that is what I'm seeing. Yes, that is correct. That is exactly what we are trying to show you. We are trying to show you that with frequencies, you can manipulate the energy around you and you can bring into form that which you want to manifest, especially if you are attaching that intention. And if you can learn to put the correct intention with the correct frequency, as you start studying and learning more about frequencies, and you have started learning a fair amount, but as you start getting deeper into that and start understanding the frequencies, you can actually start manifesting into physical form, especially if you are combining it with intention and if you're combining it with other work that you do. Other creative or scientific endeavors or the general rule of thumb. In your case, it's more a process of creation. Please let me know if this makes sense, if you need clarification on this.
Thank you. She does have another question in the meantime. She would like to know, is the light language from you?
It is not only from me. There is not only one form of light language that's coming through. The majority of them are from me, but there are some of your other guides, other beings that also want to bring you light language. And yes, this light language is a big part of the frequencies as well.
Thank you. She says, yes, it makes perfect sense, the previous answer.
Fantastic. Thank you, Claudel. I'm happy that I could serve and that you could all learn from this. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. She's got a lovely energy. She's so calm and wise. Yeah, very confident. Renate?
That's who's next.
Okay, Renate. Kom ons kyk.
Guides.
All right. I just want to see if any specific guide wants to step forward for Renata, or if there is, or if one of you would like to, or if you want to come forward as a collective, maybe. All right. Okay, so Renata, it seems like your guides want to give you more than just a message. It feels like they actually just want to give you a download. And this has just been happening more and more frequently, so I'm just going to go with it. Sometimes people want a message, and then this comes up. This has been happening the last few weeks. So there's definitely more and more downloads being received. Definitely getting a sense, and this is for everybody, definitely getting a sense that more and more downloads are being given as everything is changing, as we are going through this transformation. So to give people the help that they need with whatever is still in the way, with whatever blockages there are, there seems to be a need for people to clear their blockages and give them the tools that they need to get where they need to get faster. So it's almost like there's an acceleration that needs to happen. Like we're getting a push. A lot of us, maybe it's not every single person, but a lot of us are getting like an extra push at the moment. So that's what I'm sensing is happening here, Renata. Your guides want to give you that extra bit of help. And I'm picking up these guides are not necessarily part of, but connected to the Galactic Federation. So definitely picking up a strong extraterrestrial energy, and that's part of that energy that really wants to come and help us at the moment. So there's, the Galactic Federation is really moving forward and doing a lot more to help us unlock what we need to unlock, to prepare. Especially, it's almost the sense that I'm getting is a lot of the light workers at the moment. And when I say light workers here, I'm talking about those that do not even know that they're light workers yet, and those that do know. A lot of us are getting more of this at the moment because we need to help prepare people for the changes. We need to get through what we need to get through so that we can be there to help serve and prepare. So yes, that's what I'm sensing for you. So I'm going to go ahead and let that activate. They want me to sing, but my voice is a bit messed up at the moment. I'm going to try. I'm so sorry if I'm going to hurt anybody's ears. Urloko te te a shui te te antaya ke te whara te sateaka. In whaia shisekeia te te ahaya te ke santata. Uruhio pekaya seya ke seya koyo to kukuhoro te saseke se Ampala kitataya tatataya kisasoya rototoshea tatatatatata intaraketa tatata impala fasas intarakata toisa heta payateta. Okay, so Renata, there's also, I'm picking up that there's some, this is also something I'm becoming aware of more and more. There's some inhibitors that I would like to remove. This is just the term that I've given it. Because it's something that comes up quite a lot in my healing sessions. So just wanting to remove Inkafaya ke sisihea tetea kasasoya sekesasaya kesasafea shisikia ukokoya. Okay, so we got the third eye here and the throat chakra. There are others, but these are the important ones. And unfortunately, it will take a whole full healing session to remove everything that needs to be removed, but these are the important ones for now. These are the ones that you need right now. To give you the push forward. So removing the one from the throat chakra now. I need a crystal. Ihakaya feya susukuya titisetaya sekitaya sukuya koteya shitite. Anfalakitete inkatata teretete intaya sususuya shiheya tatake. Foia que te tera toia se que shia te la katatoia iha ikiki te. Okay, because it's time to speak up. Intasasea shikitete inkafalake. It's time to stop hiding and start speaking your truth. And I'm going to use the soda light for the third eye. Kifaya seki se shi sakeya fekeke. Okay, so you're actually receiving a download straight into your throat chakra. So I needed to remove that inhibitor, that block that was there, so that that download could come through. So you can just relax where you are. You don't have to do anything. There's nothing expected of you. And when you need to know what you need to know, it will be apparent and will come forward for you. And in the third eye, yeah, there's been an activation. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me draw a light code over your third eye. So there's just a specific activation that needed to happen there and a download in your throat chakra. So I hope that makes sense. And that's just going to continue to happen. And the message is just to trust. just follow your flow, follow your heart. If you feel prompted to say something, not to be quiet, but to say it. Do use your discernment though. It's not about being antagonistic or anything like that. It's just about not hiding anymore and not suppressing anything, but really just being honest, setting your healthy boundaries and speaking your truth. I hope that makes sense, and that if you want to know anything else, please let me know. And it's a very big group of your guides collectively that have worked here together tonight with you. You have your own healing team for sure. Okay. Let me know if there are any more questions. Renata?
No.
No? Okay. Hi, Ryan. Welcome. Okay.
Okay.
Who's next?
The third and last person is Layla.
Layla. You're so welcome, Renata. It's going to be awesome. Please do let me know if you want to at any stage. If anything, what comes from the activation and the download. If anything comes to you, let me know. And if you need some extra support, you're welcome to just message me at any time. Okay. All right. Just rest. It's important to rest. Okay, Layla.
Higher self.
Okay, Layla's higher self. Layla, your higher self feels so familiar to me. Love it. Hi, Layla. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for joining us. Layla would like to know, what is the next step regarding my business?
The next most important step is to simplify, just as Michelle is doing. To simplify in terms of what your signature thing is, what your most important service is that you bring. And also to start to collaborate with someone to create your own deck. This is very clear. You are ready. You just need to collaborate. You will do the messages and the other person will do the art. So it is there. It's all there. You've already been thinking about it. You've already been thinking of messages. You've already been seeing some symbols and images. And it's time to get that started and get going with that. And there's a lot more to do, but it's important for you to simplify the service side and to make room for some more passive income to come in, to really just allow yourself that freedom to also, in terms of investment, if you feel prompted and moved to invest in something, it doesn't have to be a huge investment. It can start small. If you feel moved to invest in something specific, go ahead and do it. If it feels good. If it does not feel good, don't do anything that feels iffy. You already know that. Just allow yourself to be in line with me and to be in flow, and you will know. Be in flow and you will know. So just letting that happen so that you have the freedom with more passive income coming in, and simplifying your offering so that it can be easier for you, and so that you do not have so that you can spend more time in that which you love and in that which is vital and important at this time. Please let me know if you need more elaboration.
Okay, just going to give it a couple of seconds to see if it comes through.
And it's just really important not to overload yourself with everything all at once, but just to take it one step at a time. So do what feels the best right now. Do what feels really the most amazing, that's lighting you up the most, and focus on doing that first. Don't get into everything at once. Simple, simple, simple. Keep it simple. One step at a time.
Okay, she says, thank you. This was powerful.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we haven't had anyone ask about collective yet, but I see that Tracy has asked a question. Can we do her maybe?
Yeah, let's do.
Fantastic.
I'm easy. I'm quite easy tonight to just do whatever. Okay. And if anybody does want me to channel someone specific for some collective questions, for some, with other words, for some questions for humanity, something we're going through. I don't know if anybody saw my remote viewing, for lack of a better word, meditation. I did it in my Meditation Wednesdays thing. So if anybody has any questions or would like to maybe connect with Faraya Kashak, he introduced himself to me on Wednesday last week, and I did that remote viewing. He's definitely keen to, on behalf of the Galactic Federation, to speak to us a bit more. Yeah, but we can definitely do. Who, Tracy? Tracy's question. Okay.
Okay. So she says whoever wants to come through for her.
Who would like to come through for Tracy? Okay, sensing an Egyptian energy. Be nice to get some Atlantean or what's the other one? The Lemurian energy at some point. Peruvian energy. I seem to have a bit of a connection with the Egyptians. It must be I don't know, maybe it's because of the African connection. I don't know. Okay, but I feel an Egyptian energy coming through for you. Okay. Strong creator energy. Yeah. I'm always a little bit weary of channeling this specific being. I think last time I channeled him, he came off as a little bit, I think he was actually joking, to be honest, but he came off as a bit arrogant. Okay. He says I wasn't arrogant. Okay. I'm just going to let him come through. Okay, Ra is coming through. All right, Ra, you're welcome to speak to Tracy. Hello, Earth people.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course, my confidence has to come through. That is what I'm here to teach. I'm here to teach you to and channel to that sun energy, to star energy. So, yes, it has to come through. And it's good to be playful around it. What question does Tracy have for me tonight?
Tracy says, I've been drawing and started to paint. Would like to know, where is this coming from? Is it coming from a past life or somewhere else?
It's coming from you. That's the short answer. It's part of your being. As you have been clearing things and letting go of things that wasn't really you, that wasn't really serving you, you're allowing your true self to step forward. So this is coming from your higher self. So in a sense, yes, we could say it's from another lifetime, because your higher self really includes all of your other lifetimes. Your higher self is all of the other lifetimes combined into your whole energy being, your whole soul, your whole being. So yes, there was certainly not only one lifetime in which you have been creative. You have got a natural creative energy. So just let it flow, just let it come from within. So connect with that inner light, connect with your inner radiance, and put on some good music and just go for it. You don't actually need to analyze it. You can just let it be and let it come. It needs to come out. And you will see that there are things that you can learn, definitely, for sure, in terms of skills and those kind of things. But the more important thing is that energy that needs to come out. Michelle, so, okay, I'm just going to come out quickly. He is telling me to tell you about the blog post that I wrote. My blog post is called Phoenix Tears, because Phoenix Tears are healing. I'm a Harry Potter fan. And my logo is Phoenix because it's, rising up, rising out of the ashes, empowering yourself. So there's a blog post there called The Energetics of Art. And he says you need to go read that, Tracy. Okay, so let him back in. His energy feels a lot lighter to me this time than last time. I think I was just intimidated last time, to be honest, if I can be honest. And why that should be, I don't know. Okay. Okay, he's having a laugh at me. Okay. Okay, it's all good. Yes, Tracy. So everything carries energy, and different kinds of expression and communication carries different energy. It is not only sound that carries energy, but in a way, when we create art, when we are creating, no matter what the medium is, there is a specific frequency because there's intention coming from there and there's channeling coming from there. All art forms are a form of channeling, and for the most part, channeling your inner self, your higher self, and letting it come through. And sometimes some people are able to connect to specific beings or specific frequencies and channel that. So with all the different media that you get in art, whether it's performing arts or visual arts, there is an element of channeling involved in that. So just trust it, let it come, let it flow. Don't think about it, don't judge it. Very important. Just let it be and let the healing happen. It is a huge part of your healing. It's a huge part of getting back to yourself, and it's a huge part of the energy that you need to start expressing to let it come out. Okay, in a way, it's one way to express your voice, your inner voice. Let me know if you have any more questions, Tracy, or if anybody else has any more questions about these frequencies and energies, or anything else you want to ask me, because I'm Ra.
Great, thanks. Let's see if Tracy's come back. Let me see what she says. She says, can you also ask about the tones I'm hearing in my ears as well? Are those downloads?
Tracy, I think you should have a conversation. Who was it? With Claudel? Who was hearing the frequencies?
Yes. Claudel, yes.
The two of you should DM each other and get together. There's a connection. So yes, you are hearing those tones are frequencies that you're hearing. Michelle has also been hearing some of those tones every now and then, very intermittently, very random. And every time it happens, she freaks out and thinks she's going deaf. But the truth is that you are hearing more frequencies, and the two of you will not be the only ones, because there are specific things. So for Kuladal, there was a very specific reason. She's hearing very specific frequencies that she needs to use in a particular way. Tracy and many others like Michelle are hearing more frequencies and hearing different range of frequencies than what you're used to. So some of them will be very high or very low because of the Schumann resonance that has changed. So you are sensitive to that. These are the clairaudient people that are more sensitive to this and that will be more aware of this, because your hearing is more enhanced, especially your extrasensory hearing. So you're becoming aware as that fake matrix is changing and being lifted and more is coming through. You are becoming aware of more, just like the clairvoyant people are becoming more aware of seeing things. The veil is thinning and becoming aware of more visually that's happening. And everybody who has a different gift will experience this in a different way. So yes, it's all part of the frequencies being lifted and becoming aware of more of what is happening in 5D.
Great, thank you. We do have some other collective questions. So Layla wants to know, what will this blood moon bring in?
That's why I'm here. This blood moon, there's something to, even the word blood, even so it's very symbolic. The blood this time is for all the blood that's been shed. So it's a very much a thing for the collective, for personal, in a personal respect. As you know, full moon is always a time to let go. But in this sense, it's to let go of the dark things, the traumatic things that have happened. So on a personal level, to really focus on traumatic things and letting them go. Just, it doesn't have to be very heavy. It doesn't have to be deep shadow work or anything like that. It's just almost like more like a decision, just to let it go. Some may require more work and need to go deeper, but for many, it will be easier at this time, at this blood moon, to let go of these very traumatic events. And in terms of the collective, for everybody, it is a time to, almost like South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, but in a very, very different way, in a much more natural and holistic way. It is time to start looking at all of the wounds, whether it is in this country, whether it is in this continent, or whether it's elsewhere in the world, wherever you may find yourself, to start acknowledging and understanding. So the acknowledgement has been there. People have been focusing on that negative of the wars and the thing that's happened. The important acknowledgement that needs to happen is why these things occurred. Why did slavery happen? Why did the English come here and kill so many and keep them in concentration camps? And it was not only Boers that were kept in concentration camps, it was everybody else, everyone who wasn't British, and who wasn't their allies. So that's just one example. There are so many hurts on this earth, so many ways in which people have damaged each other in the name of power, because there were always someone who was in power, who wanted things to happen, to be in control of something, to be in control of everything. And so it is time to acknowledge some of those things that have happened. And in terms of all the parties, not just one side, not just the one history, but to become aware of all the histories, all the way back, whatever it is that comes up for you during this blood moon, whatever you feel you need to focus on or want to focus on during this blood moon for your personal as well as the collective. Acknowledge, and then also time to make peace. Allow yourself a moment of anger, allow yourself a moment of sadness. This is fine, but don't linger there. It's much more important in this blood moon. It's going to be a lot more easy to let it go, to let the dark feelings go, and to let the hurt that humanity has placed on each other, to let that go. Once you can acknowledge where it came from, who did it, and to say, okay, humans, as a rule, humans are not always cruel. We were taught to be cruel. Humans were taught and conditioned and programmed to do things. It's time to let go of that. The programming is lifting. The rule is lifting. So now it's time to lift those heavy burdens. We do not have to fight with each other anymore. We do not have to point fingers at each other anymore. It's time to let go, to make peace, to become unified. We are all earthlings. We are all in this together. We do not have to hurt each other. We need to stand together as one people. We can all have our differences and we can all love each other just for who we are. But we all still have to be unified if we want to move forward and if we want to have peace. This is what's important at this blood moon. Please let me know if you have any clarification, need any clarification.
Great, thank you for that. And then Claudel, I'm not sure if she was wanting from you, but you could perhaps give us a message. She said she wants the message, or do you have a message for light workers, or a message that might help us?
Yes, definitely. So take advantage of all the energies that are like this blood moon. And just as it's time for mankind to start becoming more unified, and it's not unified against anyone, it's just unified in general, not fighting anymore. It is to help and assist this process, not only with individuals, but to start coming together with other light workers, to start collaborating, to start working together, to start having meetings, to start doing work together. Some of you have already started forming small groups. This is great. This is wonderful. Some of these smaller groups can come together and make bigger groups every now and then. It's really time to start actively working on the energy and the communities and stuff on a metaphysical level, and sometimes in an educational way, in a teaching or coaching way. So to really start becoming public and start speaking healing over people, whatever it is that your group, your particular group or bigger group is drawn to. So the groups that will start forming, there will be smaller groups of, and those have already started forming, of perhaps a feeling like a sisterhood or like a special bond. And then the bigger groups, there will be something in common, something that all of the people in that group want to work on, something that maybe it's a particular healing. Maybe it's a little bit more general, and that's fine. So really to start coming together is to start forming communities and to start working within these communities so that the healing and the transformation can start happening on a bit more of a bigger scale. Okay, these can be physical meetings. Obviously, the energy of that's very strong. However, it's not always possible for people to make it to physical meetings, and therefore online is absolutely fine. You do not have to be limited by online energy. In fact, we need to penetrate that energy as well, because so many of the people are plugged in. So we need to cleanse that as well. It's important to take part of that.
Great, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And then we've got another question here. Why do many people suffer from existential crisis in their teens and 20s? And what are the guides and beings doing to help heal this feeling?
So, as each individual has certain stages in their life that they need to go through, especially those sensitive beings, those are the ones that are hit hardest by this. And that existential crisis is there because they are coming into the self, becoming aware of their bigger purpose, becoming aware that it's not just this one way of living, there's more happening to life. So the first stages when coming into this world, hopefully, is that of love. But for light workers especially, there's often trauma and difficult experiences. It's not true for everybody, but this is quite common with light workers, that there's a lot of things happening, because those things often act as a catalyst. As horrible as some of the things that happen to people are, it is often something that is a catalyst for other things to happen. And when they're getting into this teen and this existential sort of phase, it is a questioning of all that is. It's especially when they're becoming aware, where they perhaps try to follow the rules and try to do certain things, but then becoming aware that the world is bigger, that there's more to everything than just this bubble. It's the same as when a baby at first only sees their world is only so big. And then they start seeing more, experiencing more, and then they become a toddler and they experience more. So it's similar to that, but in a less physical sense, and a much more of a emotional and physical sense. So that is especially true for those that are very sensitive, and they definitely need direction. So that's a very important aspect, is that they need direction. They want some sort of guidance, but they don't want the guidance from the system or from any system, if that makes sense. They don't want the guidance from where they've gotten guidance before. They want a new source of guidance. They are looking more without. And this is part of, a natural progression of the stages in this life. And they will be looking out because they're looking for their tribe. That's truly what it is. And sometimes they're so limited and it's so hard to find their true tribe, and especially with all kinds of trauma that's been happening. So it is important to work, if you are a mother or an older sister or a family member, or a wiser friend, you have to work on yourself and focus on your healing and your work, and encourage this person to do the same, not by telling them what to do and not by forcing them to do things, but by showing them the way, by working on yourself. That is one way. And to listen. Very, very important. What these young people need more than anything else to heal and to get through what they need to get through are listeners, people who truly listen. It's not always about someone who is coming to solve a problem. It's more that somebody cares, right? And how do you show that you care the most? By listening, by truly listening. And yeah, it's not always advice that they need, especially from their family members and those close to them. So if they do not feel like they are being heard in their own direct circles, they are going to start looking outside, and it's not always going to be the right sources. Does that make sense? So truly, to be an example, that's the one very important thing. And to listen. to give them their space to also express themselves. And this can sometimes be really tough to do because we see pitfalls. We know that we made mistakes, right? But truly, they need to find their own voice. And all you can do is support, listen, guide, not by telling what to do, but by being, by finding your own happiness, by showing how. Do you need any clarification on this?
No, that is great. Thank you very much. And then we have one last question. It is a personal question from this person to you, but I think the answer will help many people out there. So I'm going to ask it. So Isabel Jonathan asks, she needs to know why, I need to know why I often get headaches, even when I'm eating healthy and drinking loads of water.
Yes. These headaches are related to, there are some elements of manifestation that's happening within you, but it's from a metaphysical source, if that makes sense. Not something sinister, but rather something that you are manifesting due to certain anxiety and life pressures. It's more to do with life pressures and fears that are coming up. And yes, you are right, Anthony, this is something that people need to be aware of in general. So there are certain fears, and the reason why it's happening up here, why there's pain up here, is because the mind is really taking over and thinking and overthinking and analyzing everything. There needs to be a more of a groundedness. Everything's too much in the air element here, too much up here. So it's important for you to just allow yourself to be in your body, to be more present, to not worry so much about the future, not to overextend yourself, but give yourself the rest that you need. Healthy food and water is not enough. You need rest as well. Rest is very important, to give yourself a break. Very hard on yourself. And as someone who is pretty sensitive as well, as so many other sensitive souls that also come and join this collective here every Monday night, there is more of a sensitivity to energies that are changing. So this is the other part of what is causing this, and many other people are also suffering from this, especially when they are kind of stuck in the system and the old way of doing things. The newer way, the one that is more aligned with you, where you are allowing yourself to do what serves you in the moment, is the one that's going to help you manifest that which you want and to stop manifesting the dis-ease. Dis-ease comes from fear and blockages, things that are stuck in your body. So there are things stuck in your body, and with the energies changing and the densities are changing, this can be a little bit difficult to bear if you're not grounded, if you're not coming fully into your body. Does this make sense?
It does. Thank you very much. And then could you perhaps give us a parting message before we close off tonight?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm all ready for messages. Okay, so yes, as I just mentioned about the grounding, the reason why earthlings need grounding more than any other, or seemingly any other race, many extraterrestrial races have gotten quite used to just being in space and they don't need so much grounding. They're quite comfortable with being anywhere. As long as they have their gravity, they're okay. But for earthlings, it is especially hard because of the specific density and energy that's been here on Earth. And it is the only way, because humans couldn't always go and experience all that there is to experience around them. They only had this density to experience. Of course, that is changing. The Earth was really the only true way that they could go into that place of expansion. And this is still true. So for an Earth soul to experience things in the best way, that soul's connection is through the toroid energy of the Earth. So connecting with that energy will allow the earthling to, when they go and ground, it's like a portal that they are able to experience everything else. Does it make sense?
Sort of.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that grounding is really, really important. As things are changing, the densities are changing, it's even more important, because otherwise it's like you're going to just float away. Of course, you will not physically float away, but the grounding will help you. The grounding is much more metaphysical. There's definitely a physical element to it as well, but it's much more metaphysical. You have to allow your spirit to come fully into your body. So it's not just the general grounding, it's allowing your spirit to actually come here fully. The more fully you are here and present, the more you can be the change that the world needs, the more you can fulfill your purpose, the more you can actually experience joy. If you're always trying to get away and escape, you're not actually going to experience the positive abundance and positive things that are happening here. This is an amazing time to be on this rock, people. And this rock is not just a rock. This rock is a living being, full of other living beings. It is alive. And you are part of the Earth's body, just like all the bacteria in your body is part of your body. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So you need this connection with Earth, because it's your connection to all of humanity. It brings that unity. It's your connection to all the species of Earth. It's your connection to the Earth itself. It's your connection to everything that lives on Earth. You are part of this body. That's why it's so important.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. It was good to be here. I want to thank Michelle for trusting and allowing me to come through. She almost didn't want to let me. So thank you, Michelle, for allowing that. And thank you for everybody who was here and listening. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Remember, you are light. Do not forget, you are light. Just as you are connected to Earth energy and you need to feel that connection, you are also part of the light energy. Okay, that is why the sun is important here.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I feel so hot. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for that. My glasses back on so I can see. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, everybody. That was interesting and fun as well. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And if anybody's watching the replay, please, you're welcome to put any comments and questions and so on. And I will try my best to attend to it. And yeah, thank you very much again. Do join me for my workshop, in which we will also discuss all these grounding energies and all the energies. And do join me on Wednesday morning as well for the meditation. who knows who's going to come through for Wednesday's transmission. You never know. And on Fridays, I have some coaching sessions for those of you that want to learn more about spiritual integration. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Blog post again. I am going to quickly just, so if you just hold on, I'm going to just go to my website quick and get it for you. That's if the internet's nice and fast. The Energetics of Art. I'll just put the link right there. There it is. Okay. In the chat box. Okay, there you go, Tracy. All right. Thank you so much, Claudel. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, everybody that came. Thank you, Isabella, for joining us. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.